Well, I did not make popcorn last night. Yeah, here's what happened. Yesterday in the late afternoon, I fell off my diet. Yeah, I pigged out. And so in the evening when I was thinking about making popcorn, I thought, do I want to maybe put something that might be a little bit difficult to digest on top of a already stuffed tummy? Maybe this evening. Now, I was reading my comments this morning, and you'll notice I got this on. We'll go to the rollback, and you'll see how it went. Now, I got a comment from one of the viewers, and maybe I'll recompose here. You know what? Let's watch the rollback first, and then we'll move in here and we'll talk about that comment. Now, I wasn't planning on coming back here this evening. About an hour ago, I was getting pretty tired, and I was thinking I should go to bed, and then I remembered that I was supposed to be getting a delivery coming today, and it hadn't arrived yet. Well, it turns out that it came about half an hour ago, and yeah, now I'm wide awake. So I thought, being as I said something about there was going to be a rollback, and we'd have to fix this in the rollback. I guess, you know, if I don't come back to the model table, we can't really have a rollback. Okay, enough about rollbacks again. I'm just going to move in a little closer, and we'll pull this away and see if we have better luck than we had the first 3 tries on this. I think this is the 4th try now, isn't it? You know, it's only about maybe 2 hours ago I was reading a comment from Mark, and he was saying how CA does not stick to CA, and I was really glad that when I had, before I put this piece on the way you see it here, I had taken my little photo etch cutter here and scraped the CA off. I went right down to the plastic, and I'm hoping that this is going to be a reasonably strong joint, but it probably isn't, because we were trying to do it onto a painted surface and so on. But anyway, let's just give it a whirl here and just carefully pull this away, and I think we're going to have much better luck. And this is the first time I'm doing it. It's not like I already know it's not going to fall off. Now, are we going to be able to do any, you know, wiggling around here on the bottom? Because I do want to try and thread some easy line through those little holes in the bottom. I'll put the macro lens on for that and reposition, and then run it up to the stabit right here. There'd be 2 of them, and they probably meet right there. And the stabit does not have to support anything. It just has to look like it's supporting something. Okay, I was going to cut off about 4 inches of this. I think that's all we're going to need, and maybe 5. It just has to go through. And anyway, however, I was realizing that maybe we better wait with this and put it on after I get all this stuff painted. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to find my number 22, and I'll do the 22 first, and then wherever I have to go with the 77 afterwards. I'm pretty sure this was 77. Now, when I was watching my video that we just posted, number 1048, I was noticing that in one of the scenes especially, I got something on the funnel there. So, you know, I guess now is the time when I get the 22 out to try and get something like that. I don't know what happened there. And, you know, and I realized that the funnel has been sprayed, and I'm going to be going over it with a brush. But it's got to be better. It's got to end up better, looking better than than it does right now. So yeah, and just try not to go any larger area than this, and and maybe also try and not put it on so thick. Now I'm not going to dry brush it, but anyway, let's there's probably about 5 places that we're going to have to use the 22. See how much of that we can do this evening. Okay, it's kind of hard to position the camera so that you get an unobstructed view in a case like this, and yet I can still get my head in here so I can see what I'm doing. And I'm just trying to put just a little bit on my brush here, and we're just gonna just go over this here. Now, oops. Okay, let's let that dry. What did I do here now? I went and touched right there. Well, it'll probably dry and we'll never see it. Okay, hopefully that's going to be better. We'll look at it after it's dry, like probably tomorrow morning. Okay, we'll get rid of the glinting. Let's see if I can go just on the inside here just a little bit. Alright. I think that's about all I can do with the 22 on this part right here. Maybe I'll touch up the railing afterwards with the smaller brush. Okay, now there's the where the flotation device is. We'll just move everything. Okay, the main thing is to cover up the CA glue so that it doesn't glint. Alright, now we move over and do this one right here. It's going to be impossible to not get some on the 77, but I'll touch up this other piece after. Okay, no, this one here. Oh, this one's not too bad. Oh, it's a little thicker than I had planned. Well, at least we're getting the CA glue covered up. Now, I'm seeing glinting right here, but I believe that's wet paint. And I'm going to be taking the 77 and going over that anyway, very, very carefully. I won't be using this brush, I'll be using my little brush. Okay, it is just now as I'm pushing record, rolling over 9 o'clock. And I was going to do some of the 77, but I think maybe I'm kind of rushing it, even though the 22 does look dry. Now you notice here on the funnel it's not covering up too good. I might have to give that a second coat. I don't know what that was, if it was a CA glue or something dripped, and it's not covering real well, so we might have to sort of work on that a bit. But that's going to have to be tomorrow. So, all being well, we'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, it is tomorrow. Now, I think that instead of using Mr. T's poking device to point with, I'll use this paintbrush here. It's a little bit more delicate. So anyway, what Vic was saying is you come up the ladder, or you want to access the ladder, or this platform. How do you get through here? Now, if you will recall, in one of the other episodes, I had mentioned that there's no doorway here. There's no opening here, and I think I recall saying something to the effect of they didn't even draw on the side of the ship that there was a door there. You see, like right here. I don't know if you can see that. Let me look at the monitor. Oh yeah, you can see it quite clear. Okay, you can see how there's a little raised area here to represent something. Well, they could have done that here as well, but they didn't. And yeah, now I notice there's a couple of marks right here. And is there another one? Yeah, and another one right there. I wonder what that was all about. Mind you, then there's one over here as well. So I guess it's not like I missed something. Whoops, careful, Ron. Yeah. Now, I think that somebody that wants to make sure that they get it to look realistic, or keep it real, you would take in with your razor saw and you'd cut that out. But you know what? I'm just going to leave it. I know that it's, if you think about it, it's crazy. But yeah. All right, let's move down to the bottom here and see if we can get our. Oh, you know what? Let's check the paint on the front of the funnel. Okay, this is you might say a little bit disappointing. I can still see a stain there. It's better than it was, and if you remember right here, where I accidentally touched the brush on the funnel, you can see that too if you look closely. Now it doesn't catch your eye like it did before. I think it might have been a droplet of CA glue, and I don't know how it got on there, or it doesn't matter anymore. It happened. Anyway, you can still see it, but like I say, it's better than it was before. I have just finished checking the comments, as of right now, that is, for yesterday's video. And of course I got a few comments, people complimenting me on the sunrise and how nice it looked. And yeah, it did look nice. But I was thinking about that sunrise, and it's probably the first time that I thought if I was to adjust the color down instead of up, it would look better. That was actually the way it was right out of the camera. And then I got to thinking, I wonder how the other camera saw it. So here we are in the editing program, and we'll take the snapshot from 8:10 a.m. with the wide angle camera, and this is what it saw, and you can see it. Okay, so what's happened is when we look at this one here at 8:10, we are looking at a very small area of this. Now these are two different cameras, of course. But if we come over here, and if we were to just enlarge this area right here, it would be just solid one color. Now I noticed that the red in the close-up view is much more a much deeper red, but it is all color. That yellow that we saw, the yellow to me is what made it look not real. It was just too bright a yellow. It wasn't red enough. So anyway, I'm starting to not make a whole lot of sense here, right? Anyway, I just wanted to mention that that's the way it was. Now, what I should have done is I should have gone outside and checked and looked at it, with my eyes and seen, is it really that good? Well, at least it's good over here. No, over in this area, it's just pretty bland. But that's not where we wanted to look. We wanted to look where the sun actually rose, which was just right over here. Anyway, just something I wanted to mention here. Let's get on with the ship. Now, if you will remember, we painted the number 22, like in here and in here. And on this one here, I remember when I was painting it, I saw that, at least I saw in the editing, that I'd put it on too thick. I think I commented about that too when I was putting it on. I think I said something about, oh, I didn't mean to put it on that thick. And it sort of, you might say, ink penned its way in between this part here and the superstructure. And I haven't actually had a chance to look yet, but I will be. I'll be putting the macro lens on in a second here. And I'm just wondering, did the paint shrink? And we can, well, let's put the macro lens on and have a nice close look here. But I've got to take the number 77 now and just touch up these parts where I had got the 22 on it. At least that's the plan. Yeah, when I was painting here, I saw it sort of fill in right there. And it does appear to me, this is going to be the first time I'm checking this. No, it's still filled in. I can't get the bristles to poke through. Let's try the smaller brush. Well, that's too bad. I lost that little delicate detail there. I should have taken a mini Q-tip and absorbed some of that out before it had a chance to dry. Now, this isn't a huge deal. All right, now my plan is to take the number 77 and just try and very, very carefully just bring this darker gray back out here so it contrasts with the 22 that is on the side of the superstructure. And I'm going to be doing that with the other three pieces as well, and a little bit on our ladder where the railing meets the wall there. The ladder itself is actually in pretty good shape here, except that I'm noticing the bottom platform is about 15 degrees sloping down. I'm going to try and see if I can't bend that back up, but not right now. Okay, being as we have the camera over here already, may as well do this one first. I'm trying not to touch the wall. I don't think I need to worry about going underneath. It was just on the sides here that very, very gently here. Now this 77 is almost the same density, you might call it. I could get just a little bit closer without touching the superstructure here. Now there's that little tiny, see that little thing that has like a hole in it? I don't know if it looks better being 22, or would it look better? You know what, I think I'm just going to leave that as 22. Right here. Okay, I think I pretty much got it. Okay, I'm going to just do the other 3 pieces, and maybe I'll video the railing being messed up. Now here is where you can really see the CA glinting. Now I know that when I paint this, come in from the back first. This will be seen actually from the other side. Okay, now this paint, it will look, because it's wet, it's going to look shiny, but once it dries, this welding job that I did here, where I welded the top of the cage to the metal railing, well, we can pretend, right? Just to get rid of the glinting, because like I keep trying to say, that's what catches your eye. Now, I don't know if I should try and do anything down here or not. I'm probably going to end up touching the 22. I think I'm just going to leave well enough alone. And on the other side as well. Yeah, I'm just going to leave well enough alone there. I just wanted to get the top of the railing there. Now, when that dries, if I think of it, we'll look at it again. I'm not going to bother doing the time-lapse thing. I'm sort of running out of time and ambition here this afternoon. Yes, it is this afternoon already. You know, I can't see in there. I was looking in the monitor and I can see it so clear. I wonder if I could do this by looking in the monitor. No, it's not working because I got my close-up glasses on right now and the monitor's far away. You know what, I'm just going to have to turn the camera off and get it out of the way. It's right where I need to be. Maybe I can go down in here though. No, you're not going to be able to see this. Okay. I think that'll cover up that glinting. Alright, I think that's about it for videoing this aspect of the build. This platform is straight. This one is clearly sloped down. It has to be bent up. Now, because we soldered the connection, I'm not worried about breaking it. If I sort of lift on it, or maybe grab hold of it and twist on it, it's not going to break at the solder connection. It's not like it was C8 or something. But I could put stress on this connection up here and break our whole ladder off the side, and then I have to put it on, what would that be, 5 times? So I don't know if I'm trying to sort of do this on camera right now. Maybe that's not a good idea. Maybe what I should be doing is putting my finger on here to sort of hold it on and to sort of hold against myself, if you know what I mean, and just try and straighten it off camera. And then we'll look at it afterwards. We'll either be looking at it laying on the green cloth, or we'll be looking at it the way I intend it to be. Well, you may remember me having talked about this, and I was saying that sometimes my lens will lock and I can't manually focus. And right now it's focused at its closest distance, because that's what we're just using down here. And so I went to recompose, because I was planning to back off and bend that platform. And you know, it's not that I can't video anymore. I'm using the lens right now that we used for most of the Bismarck build. But then I started liking this lens because as I mentioned, it will focus nice and close and the background will still be sharp at the same time. So I'm going to have to dig out my receipts and find out if there's any warranty left on this lens.
It used to be that what I would do is I would sort of tap on it, and then it would release, and it would go the rest of the way. Right now it's from its closest distance to maybe this far, you know. So I could still use it, but I'd always have to be at the, you know, that's a nuisance, because I do sometimes like to. But what I liked about it was that it goes right down to 16 millimeters. That's nice and wide. Now the one that I'm getting with the Z9, it goes down to 14, so it'll be a little better. Okay, yeah. It's just not releasing this time, and it always did before. Anyway, enough about lenses. It's not your problem, it's my problem, so I guess I'll have to take it in, which means that I'm going to have to dig my car out, I guess. Anyway, okay, let's carry on here. Okay, I've dug out my receipts here, and I have the receipt still for this lens, and it looks like I bought it in August of 2014. So that's what, 7.5 years ago. Now when I bought it, I do believe I was told that these Nikon lenses had a 10-year warranty, but I see nothing written down to that effect. So I'm going to be contacting the place that I bought it from, and to just see what's going on here. It'd be nice if it was under warranty, but if it's not, I guess I got to get it fixed anyway. I mean, it's absolutely useless, or almost useless, the way it is now. Okay, so I'm going to call today's episode a day, and thanks for watching, everybody. And all being well, we'll be seeing you tomorrow.